Hello! Alright, if you're just like me, you probably played the Mega Millions, just like everybody else, hoping for the American dream. The Mega Millions! Just like everybody else with the hope and a dream, you were hoping to win $1.6 billion. And unfortunately, just like me, you didn't win. Okay, so last night, October 23rd, 2016, someone won $1.6 billion, and that person came from South Carolina. And basically, it only costs $2 to buy a ticket. It used to be $1, but it's not that much anymore. Yeah, man, I wouldn't even know what to do with that amount of money. That's just ridiculous. That's a ridiculous amount of money. I was even thinking to myself, just probably like you know, hope and a dream, the American dream, hoping and winning, thinking of winning this insane historical amount of money, and you thought about, what would you do with that money? Like, what would you buy? There's so much. It's too much. That's how much it was. But somebody out there actually did win this last night, and I just felt the need to actually come online, talk about this. I don't even know if it's a few days later, because right now I'm currently uploading a Jeffree Star video that's old, so I'm gonna hopefully get this one up in time. But yeah, ever since last Friday, I've been feeling like this weird, I don't know, it was something in the air, like something strange about this lottery win, and there was so much hype built up around it. Everybody was talking about it. You would go to the gas station and like pick up a Coca-Cola, and there was people buying tickets, and I went with my friend, and the lady in front of me was buying a ticket, and she's like, "Oh, these are the winning numbers. I'm gonna win," And I something about this specific win, because it has never been this high before. Yeah, $1 million, but $1 billion. That's insane. And it went almost up to $2 billion. If no one had won this specific Mega Millions, it would have gone up to $2 billion. That's insane. It's an insane amount of money. Who has that money? The Vatican? Trump? How do you manage that type of money, and how much does that go to taxes? So basically, I'm up here to talk to the winner. If that's you and you won the $1.6 billion, I'd say get the heck out of Dodge. Get a new phone, get a cricket phone, change your number, go on vacation. I wouldn't even want to go on TV. I would refuse, because I don't know, that's scary. I was talking to my friend about it, and I was like, I'm gonna play this time, because this is the first time I ever played. I didn't even know how to do it. I went to the gas station, and this time around the guy was like, well, that you can put 5 different slots on one ticket, and I used 5 tickets. So he's like, well, it's a waste of paper, which is kind of true. So if you haven't played before, that's basically how you do it. You use 1 ticket, you get 5 chances, it's $2 per chance, and that's pretty much how you do it. So I'm sorry, trees, I'm very sorry. But yeah, so I was editing my Jeffree Star video that's outdated last night, and I was waiting for the numbers to drop, and then they finally dropped, and of course I didn't win. I got some of the numbers right. On 3 tickets, I got 3 of the numbers right. So if I had gotten those 3 numbers on 1 ticket, I probably would have won like $500 or something like that. But since I only got 1, I didn't win anything. If I had gotten 2, I probably would have got my $2 back. I think 3. No, I don't know. I know the Megaplier, it adds triples or whatever. So, but anyway, my advice to the person who won this amount of money, I say pay your debts. Go find a good attorney, a money planner, a yes man, no man, who can say no to people who are going to call you, because that's literally what I was watching yesterday. It was like, as I was editing the video, I was watching videos on previous winners who have won the jackpot before. There's one lady that won 7 times. It's like, man, I wish you could be so lucky. And another man named John Wicker, I don't know, he won it. And his story was extremely tragic, and it just that's the other thing too, is like I heard somewhere on the internet that, you know, the lottery win is, yes, it's a blessing, but it's also somewhat a kind of a curse. Like, people come out of the woodworks, you know, like, oh, I'm your long lost cousin. I'm here to collect money, you know. I am your great stepdaughter, you know, like, I don't know, everyone's looking for a handout, and it's like, you know, I get it, like, we need money to live, you know, they say money doesn't solve all the problems, but it's like, man, I know money can solve some of my problems. I got like $96,000 in debt from a school that's not even accredited anymore, that's not even open, and, but you know, I had gotten some good news last night. Yesterday, we went to the school, and I was having to take these classes, and maybe I'll talk about that another time. Anyway, basically, so yeah, pay your debts, pay your school loans, pay your mortgage, pay your car, pay your outstanding credit cards, pay it all, because if you don't pay any of those things and you try to avoid it, then you can probably go to jail. That's pretty plain and simple, but I mean, if you have like $1.6 billion, how can you not pay that? What do you do? What do you do with that amount of money? Like, it's weird. Like, I saw a lot of like extremely sad stories of people who won the money and like they got addicted to drugs. There was one who was like a lady got in a car accident. They were in nice cars and they were like, I bet you I can go faster than you, and then they ended up getting in an accident and she ended up going to jail. And it's like, just because you win the lottery doesn't mean that you're like above the law, you know. So, yeah, man, I say get the heck out of Dodge. Get the heck out of Dodge. How many of you out there decided to play this time? Was this your first time playing too, like me? I was like, you know, how do you not play? That's how ridiculous it was. Like, the money was insane, the insane amount of money. I was thinking to myself, like, what would I do with that money? And like I said earlier, I was talking to my friend, and I was like, man, I wouldn't even know what to do with that money. I don't know what I would do. I probably would. And then he was like, disappear. And I was like, yeah. I was like, no, I'd probably figure it out. And I was like, I'd give you a couple $1,000s. And then like later on we were conversating, and he was like, hypothetical money, right? It was like $25,000. And I was like, oh, guy, okay, $1,000. And he was like, what? And he was like, $30,000. And I was like, $500. And then he was like, I'll kidnap you. And I was like, oh, scared me a little bit there. I was like, okay, you're one of the people I'm not gonna tell.
David.
You're one of the people I'm not going to tell if I won $1.6 billion, because I know that you're going to try to kidnap me. So, sorry, bro, you let your colors show. But anyway, maybe I don't still be your friend. But okay, so yeah, like, I don't know what I would do with that money. Like, my dad has been playing the lottery for so long. Like, ever since I was a kid, he's been playing it. It used to be $1, now it's $2. It just seems that, like, the jackpot is getting higher and higher and higher than it's ever been before, because they changed the algorithm last October. So now it's $2, and they're instead of having 75 numbers, there's 70 numbers from the 1 through 5, and instead of having, I think, 30, instead of having 15 mega balls, now it's up to 20 or 25. I don't know. I have to check my facts. But yeah, basically it went from 250,000 or million to like 302 million. So now the odds are like even harder to win. But the good news is that if you get like at least 5 of the numbers, and one of them being the megaplier, then you could actually be like a millionaire. You could win $1 million just from getting almost all of the numbers. So yeah, I was just extremely fascinated by this whole experience. Yeah, I played. I know you probably played. Everybody was playing. People were out in the streets and like lines and lines and lines. They were running out of tickets. Like, I'm just curious, like, what the next one's going to be, and if there's going to be another, $1.6 billion out there. Is it ever going to get that high again? Do you think it'll ever get that high? Would you play again if it got to at least $500,000? Like, I think for me, now that I've experienced like the energy of what it's like to play this, maybe if it gets to about $500,000, I probably would want to play again. So, how many of you out there spent your last dollar on a hope and a dream? I spent spent my last dollar and I'm jobless. So, you know, a lot of us spend a lot of money. My boyfriend's brother spent like $50, and then there was a guy on the actual news that spent like $100, and then there was some like, sorry man, there were some ugly people on there that were like, oh, these are the winning tickets right here. These are the winning tickets right here. Party at my place. Come on over. And it's like, man, you shouldn't win, dude. Like, I'm sorry, it just sounds gross. But what would you do with the money? What would you do with it? Would you give it to charity? Would you start your own business? Would you put it in the ground? Would you move to Hawaii? Would you move out of state? You know, like, tell me what, comment below, like, what would you have done with the money? Like, honestly, like, I know if you're like me, you seriously thought about it. I was scared because I knew in my heart that somebody was going to win. Somebody was going to win last night, and somebody won $1.6 billion. I thought it was just in Texas, but it turns out it is all over the nation in 44 states. Someone in South Carolina won. So, in my opinion, I think whoever won really, really deserved it, because I know recently they were, hit by Hurricane Michael, and I think there was another hurricane, that hit recently, and a lot of people lost their houses, and it's just too much money. I was even thinking to myself, I was like, that's just too much money to just fall on your lap, like, the stories that I heard, like, people who even won, like, even 533 million, like, they would get calls from, like, their long lost relatives, people who coming to you saying, like, you owe me this money, and, like, divorces, drugs abuse, suicide, like, there were some sad stories, like, going on, like, oh man, there was even one, like, a couple people would go onto their property, and then they would, like, break a leg so that they can sue the person who had that money. And I want to say the saddest story was, I think, John Whitaker, I don't know, I think he was in Texas. He won so much money, and basically he gave a lot of it to a church, which that's nice. And then he bought a mansion, and he bought like a Humvee or something, and went to a strip club called the Pony, or the Pink Pony, or something like that. And his dumb butt decided to leave like $1 million inside the SUV, and then they drugged him there at the Pink Pony. This is what I'm talking about. This is some scandalous stuff that they were doing to people. Like, they drugged this man, and they robbed him, but then they found the people, and then more drama happened. He ended up leaving more money in the SUV. You think, like, after leaving money in the SUV the first time, you would not leave money in your SUV. Why do you leave your money in your car? Take it to the bank. Take it to a Swiss bank account. Take your money to the bank. Put it in the ground. Put it in your couch. Not in your car. Like, that's insane. And but there is a thing called the curse of the lottery, and if you look it up on YouTube, it happens. Like, people have a lot of drama. They say more money, more problems. And I believe it. So yeah, just tell me below. Like, what do you think? How did you have the same feelings? Like, did you have a hope and a dream? What would you have spent the money on? I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know below. Thank you so much for watching, and I just felt like I needed to report on this historical event. I'm pretty sure there's going to be another $1 billion out there someday. Not tomorrow, but someone got a blessing. And I say, in my opinion, God bless you. Your God or whatever. Take care of yourself. Do what you think is right with the money. This is your chance. This is your second chance. This is the time that you get to do. I guess I'm speaking to the winner. Like, get out of Dodge. I said that multiple times. Get out of Dodge. Change your number. Hire an attorney, or hire like some type of lawyer who can go and turn in the ticket for you, because this is the time where people are going to be coming after you. Nobody knows who you are. You stay silent. Don't tell anybody that you won. Don't even tell your wife. I say tell your wife, but you tell one person and it trickles down like a trickle event. And yeah, just stay silent. Go silent until the check cashes. That's my opinion. And then once the check cashes, don't get any new friends, because if they weren't your friends before, they are not going to be your friends now. So thanks so much for watching. Cheers.